Grow Garden released a new update which included part 2 basically of this whole bee update, which instead of now of the queen bee, now there's a grizzly bear over here, which requires you to submit more honey, and also it requires you a specific pollinated plant. As you can see right here, you will need a pollinated orange tulip in order to open the shop, which if you go over here to the bear and you say let's craft, place it down some orange tulips, since that is a requirement. Pretty sure you're gonna have to give them these requirements in order to open up the shop. So I just gave him there the orange tulip, and now we're gonna go over here and give him a other pollinated, and then I think now we're able to talk to him, and he gave me a crate. So it seems like there isn't actually a shop, and since I gave them a pollinated orange tulip, I did get a honey crafter crate. And if I give him another 3 more pollinated honey and another rose, I will be able to get a nectar staff. So basically it works like that. You just keep giving him honey, and then you give the requirement specific plant, then you will get the item. As you can see right here on top of the head, it will show you what the next item you'll get, which if I give him a pollinated rose, I will get 2 nectar staff. But if we go over here to the seed shop, there's also a new seed which we are going to be buying, which is called the Amber Lily, which is a prismatic rarity. So we're going to be buying this, and we're going to be testing this out. They also added a bunch of new stuff here in the shop too, which added this new premium anti-bee egg, which will be here for 7 days, which includes all of these bees, just bees, a bunch of bees, which the rarest bee, which will be this red bee right here. I have no idea if you'll be able to get those bees for free. Most likely probably over here in the grizzly bear section. So we're gonna buy the Ember Lily, which is the new best seed. I'm pretty sure that they released in this update. They also released some other seeds here. If I looked in the Discord, which they released like I think 6 more other seeds, which I think you get obviously of course from this new event over there. So we're gonna buy this Ember Lily with Robux, and we're gonna go plant this down in our garden plot over here, the Ember Lily seed, and we're gonna wait for this Ember Lily to grow. We're gonna get out our watering can so we can speed up the process of this. Ember Lily has fully grown, and now we're gonna put down the basic sprinkler, of course, the advanced sprinkler, the godly sprinkler, to see if we're able to get a gold or rainbow lily. And now we're just gonna wait for this to grow, which probably take like 5 minutes. So we'll be back once this lily has grown, and we're gonna see the price of this lily, how much it does goes for once it's fully grown. The Ember Lily has finally grown, and it also did get shock as well, which is kind of funny. I think there was a thunderstorm. I wasn't even looking, but obviously of course if you look over here you can see it got shocked. But we're gonna collect this. Obviously it is gonna be a little bigger than usual since I did put the sprinkler, so that's why it looks as big. But yeah, that is the new Ember Lily, which is actually pretty cool because if you put your cursor over it, it'll actually show that like it's like the prismatic rarity. But we're gonna get this lily over here. That's how the new lily looks like also as well when you see it there. But right here we have a shocked Ember Lily, 21 almost 22k. We're gonna go sell this over here. Well, not sell it, but just check the price over here, and we're gonna see the price of this Ember Lily. This goes for 18 million shekels. Well, to be honest, it obviously doesn't go for 18 million, but just because it's got shocked, it is going to be going for a little bit more than, well, actually way more than the average price of an Ember Lily. So I think we will need to have to wait for another Ember Lily to grow, so we're able to actually see the actual price of the Ember Lily, so then we could actually compare it. So we're gonna actually wait for another Ember Lily. We're gonna put down more sprinklers over here so we could get another Ember Lily. But yeah, that is how expensive a Ember Lily is when it's shocked, and also high weighted. I don't think I have something that's shocked, just has the shock mutation, so I could maybe compare this Ember Lily. It doesn't seem like I have anything shocked. I do have this eggplant which has the pollinated celestial shock, but to be honest, it has the celestial, which is another times 125 multiplier, but this only goes for 1.9 million, and the Lily went for 18 million. That is actually kind of insane. So that's probably pretty expensive Ember Lily when it's actually not have any mutations. But we're gonna just wait for another Ember Lily to grow. It shouldn't take too long, probably take like a couple more minutes for that to start growing. But we're gonna wait for another one so we could compare the price to a shock and regular one, since we could actually know how expensive this lily is gonna be without any mutations. And as you can see right there, it is already starting to grow. We'll just have to wait like probably another like 2 minutes. The lily is like 90% grown. I'm pretty sure it's about to be almost be able to be collected, and we're just gonna have to wait another couple more seconds for this to be grown. But this is actually gonna show us how expensive a Lily's gonna be non-average one since I did put sprinklers, which does increase the size. So Lily is supposed to be a little smaller, way more smaller than this, but because of the sprinklers, it does increases the weight of the plants that you put the sprinkler on. But this is currently the best seed in the seed shop over here. I don't know if this will be the best seed in the entire game, but I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see for this to be grown. So the lily is finally grown. It actually took like another 3 minutes, and we're gonna collect this lily right here. And as you can see, this one's actually a little bit way more bigger than the last one. This one's 29 kg, but we're gonna go check the price of this one right here, and this lily goes for 329,000 shekels. That is actually quite expensive. I mean, it is big, since that is also gonna make it very expensive, but yeah, this costs 329,000 shekels. These seeds are starting to catch up to the candy blossoms, but even if this were to be more expensive than the candy blossoms will still be better because of how much candy blossoms grow in one tree, and this one's just one lily every like 5-6 minutes, and then the candy blossoms, there's 6 total of candy blossoms that are growing in the tree. But yeah, that is the new Ember lily. I tested it out, 329,000, probably average like 200,000, 150,000, somewhere around there. A shocked one was literally 18 million shekels, which when we compared it to the eggplant, which had the celestial pollinated, and also as well as a shocked, it wasn't even over 2 million shekels, so that's way better than the eggplant. But yeah, that is the new Ember lily seed that they added. I'm pretty sure the best seed that they added in this update. I don't think the other seed over here, if you go over here to the grizzly bear, I don't think those seeds are going to be better. But yeah, that is the new whole update to the new bear event, which you're able to get items. As you can see, if you give them this specific rose and as well 3 honey, you'll get this nectar staff, which will be kind of interesting what items you get. I'm pretty sure in the Discord server says all the items that you are able to get. But yeah, that is the new update. That is the new Ember lily right here, big one, 29 kg. But yeah, that is the new update.